complete. Right. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, Peter and Simon
Good evening, good evening.
and Georgian too. How are you doing, Georgian?
I'm okay, sir. Thank you. How was your
Yeah,
trip?
it was good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I I did have trip to Wisconsin and Florida. 2 places.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's go to our lesson. And I think for Peter Van Beek, Leon, and Simon, the two Simon Peter, Simon Peters, the two are joining today. Uh, and you can watch all the previous lesson by video clip, so you can go to recorded video that I uploaded, so you all can watch, okay? And there is a link that you can also go to textbook, and then we can learn from it, okay? So that's will be something that you all familiar with it. But today we're going to have classes again. We already done up to chapter 4. How many of you had a chance to review the video record that we have for those who missed last time? How many of you were able to look at it? There is 2 video clip that I uploaded, okay? And Simon, Peter, the 2 of you, there are document that I uploaded here that's for a textbook for personal finance. And there's another quick study, digital resources. There are 3 of them. And there's another 2 hour and 3 minute long YouTube video regarding personal finance for dummies, right?
Uh,
And then syllabus is right here. So all the video clips are right here. And there is another video clips to explain about the 12-minute a short video clip explain about personal finance. So you can take time and watch for it, okay? And to orient with
uh,
you guys, we have a final requirement. I will combine with midterms and final, probably be a group project, okay? So I will group with you sometime in the middle of maybe the end of July after I return from my trip, okay? Yes. Hello? I am teaching right now until 9, right? Okay. So this is the syllabus that you can check. So for your attendance, reading attention, participation is part of your class session every Monday. And the midterms and final exam will probably combined as a group projects. That means your project will be 50%, okay? So half of your grade will come from your project. But I will let you do as a group, not only one. Maybe we'll make you as a group, maybe 2 group to present it for your final project. And your final project will be regarding your personal finance plan, right? In terms of, it could be your ministry personal or ministry finance plan, or your personal finance personal finance plan for the whole year, or you can do it separately in case if anyone would like to do by yourself, you can do it too. But please let me know if you like to do it by yourself, okay? That will be something that we need to remind you time to time. Otherwise, sometimes you forget, okay? People forget about the syllabus, okay? And just now I mentioned William Zahe, William Lian, William Zhao Tonglapai and Peter Taya. You can stay with me about 30 minutes after our class is over, okay? To go over about your Kairos University system, and I will on board for your system into the system. Your names should be appear, and you will receive information from there. Okay, and that's how we're going to begin your Kairos, and I'll explain it more. Okay. Okay, so let's go to our lesson, and we do have two new students that join with us today, and they are not really new. You know them, and today will welcome them. Okay, so since we already completed chapter 4, we are thinking to finish up to chapter 12. Up to chapter 12 is all about investment. Okay, starting from chapter 4, 5. These are texts we cover a little bit last week. I do remember that we cover a little bit trimming your taxes, considering important investment. So starting from chapter 5 and chapter 6, it's it's all about investment. So we will cover up to 12 today. So it will be a quick one, okay? So we will talk about investments, and then we'll summarize it later on, okay? So let's go to what page would be, let's see, chapter 50, page 50 can go, okay. Thing. Go back to 35. Tax rate, critical thinking. Okay, it's chapter 6. We have to go back one more chapters. So we all familiar with tax filing, right? Everybody know about tax filing. So we are starting from here, chapter 5, trimming your taxes, understanding the importance of taxes. So what do you think about taxes? Okay, tax. Um, oftentimes, oftentimes, tax is to operate everything. Okay, in the federal system, federal state system, or democratic countries, mostly democratic countries, or capitalism, who promote capitalism, they are dependent on taxes. So they have to charge the taxes. In that way, will operate. But for the church, we understand it well, right? With tithe, 1/10 of your tithing, of your tithe, we operate the whole church operation. Okay. So the ideas actually coming from the Bible. Okay. Taxes. Back in the Bible, Jesus was asking, whom should they tax? If there is a to like money, right? The queens of Roman Empire. When he showed that which head is on that queen, and people answer Caesar, right? Caesar, the head of the king, the heads of empire. Then if the head of the emperor is on the queen, and give the tax to him, right? And God money, give God money to him, to God, right? That's so it's not a new thing. Tax payment, tax paying is not a new thing. So it has been practiced since Roman Empire time. So everybody has to tax to the Roman Empire. In that way, Roman Empire get richer and richer, right? And the same thing, British Empire do the same thing, right? The British Empire, all British Empire has to pay tax, and they all took all the gold, all the gold from even from Burma, right? All the gold from Burma. Until today, would probably Africa and Burma gold are their capital, like in their money bank, the foundation of British Empire. So in that way, they are strong in money, like they get richer and richer. So we have to think, okay, the way you think about tax in the church, 110 tithing is going back to Abraham time, right? It's going back to Abraham time. Even Abraham was giving tithe, and before Abraham time, even Noah time, right? Noah time, there was a way of paying, right? Way of texting, taxes, right? So that those are studying far back in the Bible. So it's not a new thing. Okay. Right. So let's let's go back to our lesson. So tax is not a new thing. So most individuals are unaware of full extent of their tax payment. A tax refund indicate overpayment during the year. Adjusting withholding through W4 can help manage tax payment effectively. Um, how many of you get tax refund this year? Maybe those who have little children will probably get it, right? If you overpay, right? If you overpay your tax, then you are getting a tax refund. This is the only thing. There's no way that we can get a tax refund every year. Doesn't mean like that. Okay. The focus should be on total taxes paid rather than refund. So the most important thing is how much tax you paid for this whole year. And that will be important, okay? Recognizing marginal tax rate. Understanding marginal tax rate is crucial as they dictate the tax on your highest dollar of income. So the more income you have, the more you pay for your taxes, right? Philemon, uh, for those who have franchise, like Philemon, and we do not have Chin En this evening. For those who have a grocery store, you have a quarterly tax payment,
Yeah.
right? And if you miss, the government will come to you. Comptroller will come to you. Okay, comptroller will come to you and ask you for your tax. Otherwise, you won't be able to renew your license. And that's the way it is here in the United States. So you can do business as much as you could, but you have to pay taxes. That's the only thing, right? So okay, and each state has different tax rate. How much is the tax rate in Ohio, Parliament?
That one I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, the state tax.
Yeah, the state tax, sales tax,
I I I
all
I
the
think it's like city tax. I think they take away 3% stuff like that. But
oh,
I don't really know.
the sales tax.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The is that the counselor? He did
yeah,
everything for me, and then he just told me to pay this, pay this, pay this.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
in Maryland, it's 6 plus, 6 point plus, 6% plus in all taxes. We have to pay that high, right? So many state has if you have high taxes, and that state is richer. If you paid low taxes, like Delaware and some state has very low or not tax at all on the sale tax, then that that state is poor. There's no money for that state to operate their state operation. Okay, so different income level are taxed at various rate, and knowing your marginal rate help in financial planning. Total marginal tax rate and encompass federal, state, and local taxes. So there is federal tax, state tax, and local taxes. Okay, so there are three things that charge from your paycheck actually. So all who are working in a company or whoever work, as long as you employ, then federal tax, state tax, and local tax will be cut. In that way, federal government is operating, and state government is operating, and local government is operating. Even your city and county is operating based on the resident tax payment. Okay. Defining taxable income. Taxable income is the amount on which you are taxed, with some income being non-taxable, deductible, reducing your taxable income. Non-taxable. What are the non-taxable? So the non-taxables are kind of charity, and some states said food is not taxable or something like that. And if you are like overpaid right now, or overtime, I mean, right now the government, the president is, not charging overtime pay taxes, so you don't have to pay for your overtime job work, right? So alternative minimum tax, AMT, serve as a secondary tax system for those with high deduction to ensure they pay minimum level of tax. Certain income tax type deductions are treated differently under AMT. Trimming employment income taxes. Legal method exists to reduce taxes on employment income primary to contribution to retirement plan. Retirement saving not only cut taxable income but also help build future financial security. Increasing your deduction. Evaluate whether to use standardized or itemized deduction. Itemizing can yield greater saving for those with significant expenses. Engage in proper documentation, organization of tax-related information to facilitate the deduction process. Commonly overlooked deduction expenses for work-related education, job searches, and non-reimbursement expenses are often deductible. Okay, here. Non-reimbursement expenses are often deductible. So deductible mean like everyone has car insurance and home insurance, right? All kind of insurance, including health insurance. Whenever you buy insurance, there is deductible amount. It could be 500,000, right? That means over that amount of money, the insurance will pay. Up to that amount of money, you have to pay out of pocket. So that's called deductible, right? So reducing investment income taxes, investment distribution are subject to tax, but tax-free investment like certain bond and strategies to hold investment long-term can minimize tax burden. Choosing tax-efficient investment and understanding capital gain taxes can enhance overall return. So if education tech break, the governments offer deduction and credit for education-related expenses, potential benefiting you and your dependent. So these are another education tax. So for instance, if you are you if you live close to a school zone, that means every county, every state, right, operate their public school system And its those public school system is dependent on your taxes, right? It's not free. Public schools, oftentimes people thought that public school is free, but it's not free at all. So your tax for education uh, is part of your tax payments for your property tax and your city tax, thing like that, right? Those are part of your school. School tax, even school tax is included. If the school is good, then the tax is higher. Okay. Why? For those who live in Maryland, uh, let's say Howard County and Montgomery counties, schools are better than other county, but those county pay higher tax, higher tax for the school education taxes. Okay, so this how it works. So there's no free, no free service in the United States. We only know in Myanmar. Myanmar we have free mean free, right? Nobody really charge the people. The government budget covers everything, right? But in United States, there's nothing covers by the government. All the money spent by the governments is being paid by the people. Okay, so you are the one who pay actually. You are the one who pay for all the things that doing in your neighbor. Okay, if if the library, public library is built near in your city or your area, that means they are charging you more tax from you. And if you have a fire station, that means they are charging you for that area, right? The city that you live. So they charge from the people. Okay. It sounds like very good, right? But you are the one paying it. So that's how tax work. And including the church. If the church is strong, the church is rich, that means your congregation pay higher. If you are not paying, then if you want your church to be strong, it will never happen. Oftentimes immigrant church want to have a lot of money, but they never paid. How can the church be strong, right? Pastor, especially pastor, if you want to have a good pay, the church member has to pay faithfully on their tithing. If they are not faithful on their tithing, you will never get a good paid in your local church. The pastor never get a good paid. Where will they get the money, right? We cannot blame the church leader too. The church leaders cannot really, even though the church leaders would like to exercise their power, right? There's no power at all for the church deacons, no power over the church at all. And even though they might be good manager, good leaders, then they will, operate the church better. Mean every members of the church should faithful on their tithing, then you will have more money, okay, on your local church. And that's the time you will be able to pay your pastor better. You can do a lot of mission work. Otherwise, there's no other ways you can do that. Okay, prayer will be good for your spirituality, but without paying, there will be nothing will come from God freely. Okay, so that is how the money work. How's money work? Okay, so we have to think as a church leader and pastors. If you want your church to be a strong church and a good paying pastor church, right? High salary paying church, then your all member has to be committed and pay their or give their tithing faithfully. Okay, that's the only way we can do. Okay, same thing in government, the same thing in any organization. That would be something that we have to seriously think about it, right? So government offer deduction credit education-related expenses, potentially benefiting you and your dependent. Getting help from tech resources. Various methods exist for preparing taxes, including using IRS resources, tax software, and hiring professional. Choosing the right approach depends on the complexity of your financial situation. Handling and audit. Audit can be intimidating, but often arise from error rather than wrongdoing. Proper preparation and understanding your right can help navigate the audit process effectively. This chapter emphasizes understanding taxes, recognizing opportunity for deduction and credit, and knowing how to seek help while preparing taxes or dealing with audit. So here is a example that explains it. Understand marginal tax rate. Knowing your marginal tax rate can help you strategically plan how to allocate your earning. For example, consider if you receive a bonus at work. By learning your marginal tax rate, you could decide to contribute a portion of that bonus to retirement account, lowering your taxable income into a more favorable bracket, thus reducing the overall taxes you owe. Instead of spending all that bonus, this insight allows you to save for both your future and your current financial health. So, for those who earn a lot of money, because you need to pay it based on your income, what you can do is take tax exam organization for your donation and for your giving will probably help, right? So a lot of people love to have good paycheck, right? Six figure, seven figures income. That's good. But in if you have six figures, seven figure, that means you pay higher tax, right? The more income you have, the higher you pay. So in order to handle your financial health, the way you have to do is okay, now you might have good income, but the way you have to spend is okay, if you are giving to non-profit like tax exams or retirements and things like that, it will reduce your tax payment. Okay, so that's the way rich people do. The millionaire billionaires do a lot of charity. The main reason is they they don't want to give the tax to the government. Rather, they are doing good to the people. Is better, right? If you give a lot of money to the government and the politicians corrupt, then they will all the money go to their pocket, right? Instead of doing that, doing a good thing for education, charity, mission, thing like that, right? It will help and it will directly benefit to the people that you concern about and you love. Okay, that is another thing that's we can exercise this kind of thing. Critical thinking. Keep on understanding and managing your taxes is essential for effective personal finance. Critical interpretation. The key point in this chapter is that individuals often overlook the total extent of their tax payment, which can lead to overpayment and meet and understand about their financial situation. Tyson emphasized that focusing on marginal tax rate and potential deduction can significantly impact one's financial health. However, it is crucial to recognize that the author method of tax management may not suit everyone's situation. Financial advice regarding taxes can be nuanced and complex, suggesting that readers do thoroughly research and consult multiple sources such as IRS publication or financial advisor to determine what strategies align best with their individual circumstances. Okay, chapter 6, summary on considering important investment. We start talking about uh, investment concept, but here we are jumping into investment, right? So, do you have any question or discussion regarding tax, understanding importance of taxes? Do you have any concern at all or question regarding that one?
Yeah,
Or
wait, I just have a
mm,
earlier, I think you mentioned about charity.
mm-hmm.
So if we use the money on charity, we cannot tax them.
Yeah, it's non-taxable.
So we can tell the consulate that we help this much on charity, and
Yeah,
then
because you have to show your donations and the non-profit organization like charity organization or the church has your income your contribution, and it has to has like your church need to have non-tax exempt status,
Mm,
and like there's an education center like Parliament, if you like to contribute, then I will issue a letter that you contributed that much, right? Let's say Philemon contributed 1 million. Okay, so it come to the the charity organization, and it show up in our income
mhm,
because that income also reported to IRS, and you are the one who donated, and it's automatic show up there, and you bring that letter to your tax filer, and then once you file for your tax return, you have to show that letter with EIN number and tax exempt status, and IRS will forgive you of paying that tax. Okay, so that's how it works. That's why foundation, charity, there are a lot in the United States and even in Europe. The main reason um, they want to help poor people. They want to spend their money well directly instead
mhm,
of giving to the government and give. Oftentimes, the governments have to spend again for public service, but oftentimes a lot of money go back to the politician pocket, right? That's how it's worked. Okay, right? Georgian, do you have any question?
Not now, sir. I'm listening.
Yeah. So you and Pilemon and Chinen, you have your own companies or franchise or whatever. That is a wise thing to do,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay. So that's how's the money work, and you don't really miss your taxes. You still spend your money well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Then chapter 6 will go for investment. Now is to earn. uh, the first chapters up to chapter 5 about taxes and spending, income, and things like that. Now, the concept of investment. Considering important investment goals and return before selecting investments, clarify your financial goal and time horizon. Understanding why you save and how long you intend to invest is crucial. Higher risk investment may be suitable for long-term goal like retirement, but for shorter time needs conservative investment are more appropriate. Investment type, lending or ownership. Investment fall into two main categories. Lending, bonds or CD. CD is kind of composite deposit, right? So you deposit it or invest it for a certain time, maybe 5 years, 1 year, thing like that. And ownership, stock, real estate. Some of you, I heard some of you are interested on real estate. and some of you already been doing stock or thing like that. So that will be part of your investment. Lending investment provide fixed return but can be negatively affected by inflation and may not share in organization success. Ownership investment can yield significant return but involve greater risk due to market volatility. Risk assessment. Risk should be linked to your investment timeline and comfort level. Acknowledge that higher potential return often come with higher risk, especially in vol- volatile market. So diversification, I think this stuff we have to go over. Okay. So investment. So this is the ideas. There are two particular way of doing that: lending and then ownership, right? Those are the two things. Okay. I think some of you already did for investment and even stock and real estate. Uh, how many do this kind of stock investment? Have you ever tried? Maybe some of your friend might try doing. I'm not really good at stock. And investment, I only like to invest in a certain 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 foundation or something like that. That's something that I know, but not in like real estate or other investment company. I heard last time that Lapay, Lautang Lapay had some investment, right? Mm. Okay. So putting money in the bank will not earn at all. But it's safe to keep the money anyway. But you will not earn at all. So if you would like to earn the money out of what you have, and you have to put in investment or foundation and thing like that, right? Sometimes the risk is that to put in a high interest investment, it's the risk that's sometimes not really worth doing that. I just want a stable investment with stable interest. Stock is sometime crazy. The stock, the inflations go up and down all the time. Sometimes you earn a lot, sometimes you lose a lot, right? So it's not really good. Uh, I like my son is really interested to do that, and he asked me to do some of the money in a stock like Fidelity, and one time it was going down, and I did get mad. I really get mad, but it's coming back, and he said it's coming back now, so and I feel happy. uh, so whatever the money you have, you can multiply it. You can grow. You can make it your money grow. That's how it's. Sometimes you want your money to grow, but you have to invest a lot of things, a lot of money for it. But some work like some are service based, and you don't have to invest a lot, and you earn better. Yeah. So like in health services and education, you do not invest a lot, but you earn better. I think real estate might be a good way to invest, because if you buy a house and usually you earn double most of the time. Anyway, so those are interesting. And we talked about last time that's all pastors should understand how to invest money, how to grow your money, whatever you have. Like in the Bible, it said that talents is given by the boss, the owner, and for a person who give 5 talents and the 2 talents and the 1 talent, the 5 talent, the 2 talents, they let it grow, right? Let it grow, and the owner or the Lord really uh the Lord really happy about what the servant is doing. So we should be doing the same thing. Like we should be multiplying or grow what we have, right? Sometimes it's it's we need to think the potential skill and the potential knowledge that God given us, we have to grow ourselves. Paycheck to paycheck may not really grow your money, but you can make it grow too. Paycheck to paycheck can grow out of it too. Like let's say Simon's and many of some of you drive, and you don't have to go for a check-in check-out thing, right? You you have your own schedule. You go by yourself. Nobody really control you, but as the time the service that you spend for a day, you earn based on it. So it's really helpful for those who are doing a day-to-day job as well. You can grow yourself. Some think of, okay, I should earn 500 this week or 1,000 this week, and you can predict your income for the whole month. If you earn 1,000 for this week and you earn 4,000 a month, of paycheck to paycheck, you cannot really predict it. What I mean is you can predict it, but you cannot grow yourself because it's fixed. For those who are, you know, um, doing kind of entrepreneurs, you can grow yourself, right? Okay. Any question regarding the investment? So let's move on the investment understanding of your investment choices. So it will jump to the ideas up to chapter 12, right? As I mentioned, understand your investment choices, investments vehicle overview. Choosing an investment vehicle depends on your goal, timelines, and risk tolerance. It's essential to understand the investment concept discussed in the earlier chapter for better decision making. Slow, steady investment. That's what I like. Slow, steady investment. Preserve fund for short-term needs. Use safe investment option. Transaction checking account best for income deposit expenditure. That is, it's only good for paycheck to paycheck. Um, Whatever you have, you put it in the bank and you use it. That's all. And avoid high fees by exploring smaller bank or credit unions. Sometimes smaller banks might give you or might charge you a higher fees. So look for a bigger bank. Saving accounts and money market funds. Saving accounts are stable, while money market funds typically offer better interest rate. So money market means when it's all about stock, right? When you invest, um, they will give you option to choose which market you want to invest your money. Preference should generally lean toward money market fund for higher yield and flexibilities. Bond. Bonds are loans made to an organization with a fixed maturity date and interest rate. The bond values inversely fluctuate with interest rate, and there are various types based on issuers and risk. Building wealth with ownership vehicle. Investing in stock. Stock represent ownership in companies can offer high potential return. Over the long term, the U.S. stock market historically returned about 10% annually. Mutual fund provide a low-cost way to access professional money management and diversify portfolio. International stock investing overseas can diversify portfolios and tap into different growth opportunities. Let's say our money, dollars, dollars has a higher values than our money, right? Let's say in Dubai, it's everything's expensive. Like in Europe, everything expensive. If you invest in expensive countries, I don't know how the money will grow by itself. Let's say you invest in Myanmar, right? The inflation or the cur currency or the exchange rate is not stable at all. So you might not really earn a lot of interest out of it. But a stable country like United States or Dubai, if you invest, or in Europe, even though it's expensive, if you invest, you know how much you're going to earn because the inflation is or the money market is stable. It's not keep on changing. Okay, like
Uh,
if you
sorry.
open the bank, if you open the bank in Myanmar, you'll probably bankrupt very soon. Okay,
In,
David, you
in
wanted to say something?
yeah, in Dubai,
Yeah.
mostly, wherever you want to do invest something, it's mostly in tax free.
Tax free?
That yes,
Oh,
yes, yeah.
goodness.
So that is why a lot of the foreign investor they
Come.
came to Dubai. They invest like they buy an apartment. If they buy an apartment, they will get like a 10-year visa.
Oh.
If they bought like a villa, in the Pan Island, is
Mm-hmm.
they make a artificial island like a palm tree. So
Mm-hmm.
if you buy, if you bought there like one villa, so you will got like 90-year visa. It's mean like your whole life.
Oh.
So that some like other country, like Africa or whatever, if they have black money, they want to change to white money. They came to Dubai and they bought
And
some
why?
apartment,
Oh.
some villa.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, yeah.
And
So
they
yeah,
got visa as well. Wow.
yes, yes, yeah.
Mm.
And then from this government, they are not looking for your background at all. They don't
Oh.
understand whatever your background, whatever you in your family. Like you only the like female criminal, so
Uh,
that they will it's like the no criminal. No, they are not interesting. So whatever this money from where, or your black money or white money, they don't care.
uh,
So that's it. The thing. That's why a lot of people they come investment. It's like a sun visitor. It's when you came to Dubai, if you buying like shopping or whatever you buy, there will be tests. But
mm,
the test you can claim back in the airport.
mm. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Usually
yes,
when I bought
mm,
I bought this ring from Dubai actually.
yeah,
And then I can claim the tax before I leave. I left
yes,
the
yes,
airport. Yeah.
airport.
They charge it, but they refund it right away.
Yeah, very fun. Yes, yes. So if you want to invest in Dubai, there will be no tax.
Oh, good.
No income tax, nothing free. Everything is free.
Okay. Okay. Well, how about the people who live there? You don't have to
Yeah,
pay tax, right? Income
yeah.
tax.
No, we don't have income tax. But
Uh,
if you want to buy something, some food, some item only, we need to pay for tax like 5%. This
sale
is
tax. This is sale tax.
they call VAT. Yes, yes, yes. They
VAT,
call
VAT, yeah,
yeah,
VAT.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Like they implement. I think it's like 5 or 7 years ago. Before what? No, before everything was free, but only for the VAT they implement like 5 or 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So like food item, whatever you bought, you need to pay 5% tax.
Okay. So that's would be sale tax. Yeah. Right. Okay. And for those who have a company, do they pay tax to the government?
No, 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 no. They don't need to pay for the income tax.
Oh, really?
Profits that not nothing. They don't need to pay.
Okay. Probably property tax might be,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, property tax might be. And okay. Right. Okay. So, right. So international stock investing overseas can diversify failure. So exchange traded fund and hedge fund. ETF trade on exchange with lower fees, while hedge fund often require substantial investment and carry higher risk. Investing in high individual stock involved considerable research, emotional challenges, less diversification, caution against over reliance on stock picking based on popularity or emotion. Real estate investment offer potential return comparable to stock but require active management and carries unique risks like market fluctuation. Small business investment. Starting or investing in a small business can yield significant wealth but involves substantial effort and understanding of the market. Collections and oddball investment, precious metal, annuities, and collectibles often do not perform well as investment. Collectibles are particularly risky due to volatilities in demand and high transaction costs. Conclusion: effective investment requires understanding potential risks and benefits, staying informed, and maintaining a diversified portfolio tailored to individual financial goal. Like in the United States, President Trump is welcoming a lot of investors to invest, a trillions investment in the United States. So out of those investment that they brought here, they benefit out of that interest, right? Interest. So he's using other countries' money to build up the country of the United States. So it's no, I think not many president did that. So the present time is looking at it from an investment perspective. And when the Dubai or other countries invest trillions or billions dollars in the United States and they multiplied it here. So he put into a trusted, you know, investment company to grow the money and not losing of that money that invests from there. Maybe probably they will give you an interest to them might be just low, and the investment company invested in higher interest investment company probably. That's how he worked, I think. But that that's why US is getting, better in their finance. We could do it too sometime. Like some do bring a lot of money when they came from Malaysia because they work so hard in Malaysia at a restaurant. They save 10,000, 20,000, some even $100,000. They brought it here. They brought it here by cash, by cash, and then when they got here, they bought the houses like that, and then they fix it and sell it again, become the real money, right? Real money out of it. So those are possible thing, possible. Okay. And chapter 8, investing in fun. Investing in fun is something that I just mentioned about um, President Trump asking many investors to invest in the United States. He received a lot of investment from other countries, and the money. I think the fine like economists or the financial investor will grow the money here in the United States. And I don't know what they do for those money to grow. I don't know. I have no idea, right? How they do it. Looking at banking, credit company, credit company, they just use people money and invest it, and then other people pay it out of it. The money operate by itself. They don't really have to invest anything. They don't have to have a capital of it. So people invest it and they invest again, and then they earn interest out of it. So it's a very interesting money market if we are interested in the future to study a little bit more about finance. That will really help for those who are interested to do, right? Okay, Peter from Austria, are you there? Upside down.
Yes, I'm listening the whole time.
Yeah. Are you how's the money investment in Austria? I think it's similar to
Um,
America too.
it's not. I'm still. I'm still studying. I love investment. That's why I still study. I haven't. Um, at the moment, what we do is um, my house is at the moment like yeah profit. For my personal thinking, at the moment, what I think, there's a lot of investment. People buying life insurance and a real estate. It's it's a little bit tricky. I mean, like this country is like not U.S. So it's like the government put the person to be like in between the balance. They don't want you to be rich or they don't want you to be poor. They want so if in this country if you don't want to do if you don't want to work, they will pay you. They will still pay you to for your rent and for your eating. They cover for you, but you have to attend school at least 4 days. So, but to do like a business, it's very hard. So when you work, you know, if you work like mm, they're not gonna pay you, but your children can get some money. So for investing, at the moment, it's very hard to start business. So we all buying like some people we buying a house. So let's say if you buy another house, if I pay off this house, let's say if I pay off this house, I will buy another house. So this house gonna be like after 2 3 years can be double. It's very good at the moment. But yeah, at the moment, for my opinion, I don't have experience yet. So I think at the moment, real estate is really good. Thank you.
Yeah. So real estate is good everywhere, right? Always good thing. And what else would be? As for us who can, do small businesses, that would be something that we can grow our
Investment.
income.
I don't know in US, but in Australia, if you don't want to have like profit, if you don't want to use a lot of sacrifice, people even like a Philemon, we I almost buy the franchise too, but the lead and the fee, insurance fees are very high. So a lot of people lose. I mean the franchise they quit from franchising, so it's not worth it. And also, um, what I would say, um, the people have, but for my opinion, I will put in my project. I'm not gonna mention everything. So yeah, the moment I don't really have experience, but what I think is the one I mentioned about the
All
car
right.
sharing car,
I share.
maybe
Okay.
yeah, car sharing, and also I love car workshop.
Uh-huh.
Car workshop. Doing car workshop is also investing. Like if you have car workshop, that you don't when you have it, so you have to have like a client, the workers, and like you don't need to work. You don't need to be mechanic. You don't need to be like fixer, but you have to have like a worker so that when they can work for you. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
need to do a lot of extra work. So when you have it and tools everything, the business under your name, like in 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 this country, I know it might be the same, but like when I fix my car, it's like I want to fix my car in that area, a part of that one. It's like it's already booked like a 4 or 5 months ahead. Just I don't have space, something like that. So it's a really good money. They always busy. So what I can see is this is good to invest, good to have car workshop, yeah, and also the gym. I will mention the gym.
Oh.
If you have a gym here, so you need to have the area. You have to hire. You have to you have to have a hall and equipment. If you have everything set up, you have like let's say a trainer, 5 people. You have to have it. As my friends mentioned, though, my friend had a gym. So when he started, he paid like a more than around $200,000 Australian dollars. So he profit, and then now I think he almost get $200,000 because he doesn't need to do anything. People joining gym. Gym is like a 6 month. It's for one person is more than six hundred. Very expensive, but people keep coming for
Yeah.
health and for
Yeah.
fitness. So it's really
Fitness
good.
is
It's
good
really
thing.
good.
Yeah. Right. Mm. Yeah. There are several ways that we can think of it, right?
What about uh, Simon? Simon may have a lot of idea. He reads a lot of books. He might read some business book. Uh,
Okay. So, Philemon, where are you? Are you hiding somewhere? Thinking about.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? What would be a best investment for? Okay, let's say pastor do not have a lot of money, right? Or let let's say let's think of Christian business, okay? Christian business, not as a pastor, not as kind of thing, but in a Christian perspective, what would be best to invest in what? Because see, like business is everyone's, if everyone's uh everyone's should do,
Mm.
not only as a businessman or businesswoman to do, everyone has to do because We have to live for our life. We have to support a whole family, right? We have to take care of it. So we have to think. Be a father or mother, we then have to think that way.
I think for the past for business is, I think the member they should know first. If we do something business, like, oh man, that will be trouble at church sometime. But
Yeah.
yeah, they should understand too.
Mm-hmm. So we have to educate our congregation
What
too
about
from
giving?
biblical
Giving.
point of view, biblical way of doing business, right? Christian
Some
business,
people preach giving is also investing. Giving,
giving.
giving, yeah, and yeah, giving in the ministry or any like, let's say, yeah, if we give it to like the ministry or yeah, yeah, something like that. So that's also another way. We don't want to hear a bit like giving but saving, but if what about in the Bible perspective?
Mm-hmm.
It's a story in
Because
heaven.
yeah, in the Bible it's mentioned that talents is one thing that taught how to make money out of it. Okay, so if you are not investing what you have, it will never grow. The simple principle is if you are not investing, but if you are not good at investing, it will be a problem too. But we have to learn how to invest. And I often ask what you have in your hand, right? What what you have in your hand. Okay, oftentimes I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I won't be able to do that. But what you have in your hand, right? Everyone has a skill. I really appreciate for all the members of the church, right? All of you, even all of you. We all have to find way to earn money, right? So looking for a job is one thing, and and even looking for a job, some make more money and some make less money. That's just another way of, you know, uh, making money. And we need to have a skill set to do that, to make money too, right? Okay. Anyway, so topic covers investment in fund, understanding the benefit of mutual fund, exploring various type of funds, selecting the best fund, analyzing fund performance, monitoring and selling your fund, understanding the benefit of mutual fund. Investing in mutual fund allow individuals to pool their money together for investment in stock, bond, and other securities. The benefits include professional management. Funds are managed by experts with significant experience and research capabilities. And then low fees. Efficient funds typically cost less than 1% in annual fee, allowing for cheaper transaction compared to individual investment. Diversification. Mutual funds provide broader exposure to various assets, reducing risk. Low cost of entry. Many funds have low minimum investment requirement, audited performance, fund disclose historical return and fees, calculated for accuracy. Flexible in risk level, investor can choose fund that match their comfort with risk. Exploring various fund type. Contrary to popular belief, not all mutual fund invest solely in stock. Various funds type include money market funds, the safest, offering established in values. Bond fund, invest in various bonds independent of maturity length. Stock fund, this equity fund invests primarily in stock, categorized by company size and growth potential. Hybrid funds, a mix of stock and bond, balancing risk and return. International global fund, investment outside U.S., subject to different risks and opportunity. Index fund, computer managed funds replicating, market index generally boasting lower cost and better historical performance, selecting the best mutual fund. Effective selection involve reading fund prospectus and annual report to understand objective cost and past performance, focusing on fund with low fees and avoiding those with heavy sale load. Evaluating a fund based on its historic performance relative to market index and its volatility. Evaluating historic performance. When assessing fund past performance, consider total return calculation, including dividends, capital gain, distribution, and share price changes, comparison to relevant benchmark and market index for the clearer pictures of relative performance. Monitoring and selling your fund. Regularly monitoring your investment to ensure alignment with your goal. Consider selling a fund if it underperformance relative to peer over a 2-year period, a dramatically increased management fee without justification. Investing in mutual fund can be advantageous, but require education and careful consideration of choices and costs. So here, mutual fund and investment foundation, and those are easier for us, and but stock might be very challenging. We need to monitor all the time. We have to give our time and manage it well. So this will be very important. So critical thinking, the benefits of mutual funds are often overstated, leading to overconfidence in their values. Critical interpretation, while mutual funds do offer professional management and diversification, it is crucial to recognize that they also come with inherent risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Many investors may mistakenly assume that these funds are fail-proof, overlooking potential downside, such as high fees or tax implication. Here, some investments we need to pay tax, and some investment you don't have to pay tax. Those are things that we need to look at it too. When you invest, for instance, I uh, I invested uh, at American Baptist Extension Corporation. American Baptist Extension Corporation is to build churches, right? So it's charity organization, tax exempt organization. So when you invest, they grow, like they compounds, interest. Oh, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and it will mature at 5 years. And it's not very fast; it's slow. The interest is but stable. But when you withdraw it, you don't have to pay the interest a tax. You don't have to tax for that interest. Some investment, when you withdraw, you have to pay taxes for the interest that you earn. So those are something that I learned out of it. So let's say insurance company. Insurance company has their mutual investment as well. So many insurance company, life insurance company, or thing like that, you can invest and buy also life insurance. So I put the investment regularly, right? But the life insurance is for your life insurance, of course, and that mutual investment is for your own money. That is another possibilities that I think, it might be there are better ways to do that, but that would be one thing that we can do, right? Georgian, are you there?
I'm right here, sir.
Okay. What do you think of this investment thing?
It's a good thing to invest, sir.
Hmm.
You
Have
can
you
start
have
with nothing and end up somewhere far.
yeah.
Start with a small amount
Yeah, small amounts
Mm-hmm.
on a monthly basis. That might be possible too.
Yeah.
If you put to investment company or a bond or a trust or thing like that,
Yeah.
someday it will grow. And
Yeah.
Roth RIA in our early discussion, Roth RIA is another possibility, like 401k at work retirement are part of your investment too. And Roth IRA is another ways to invest your money out of your paycheck
Mm-hmm.
will grow out of the company that you work. So it will
Yeah.
build up your money. If you have all the money in your hand, it will probably go away. But if
Spend it on the wrong thing.
wrong thing and like buy for a restaurant, go to a restaurant and end up with,
Mhm.
gaining weight,
Yeah.
and the only thing that you gain is weight.
Mm-hmm. And sickness too. Your health
Uh,
condition change.
Health condition change. And if you
Mhm.
invest instead of going to restaurant or like eating a lot of things, then the money will grow and it will secure your future.
Your future, your kids and stuff.
Right.
one question, sir.
Yeah.
If you invest your money in like some investment company or you doing your own business, which one is much better?
Okay.
For yeah,
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 but I would say both of them are good. If you do your own business, you have to work. You have you have to earn out of your investment right away. And if you invest in an investment company, somebody will work for you, but your earning will be lesser, but might be stable. If you do your own business, of course, your health will be good. It has to be good. You should be able to do all the work, and you don't have to work for others. You work for yourself. That's
Yeah.
that is double, right? You grow
Mm-hmm.
your own money, you earn right away, and you're happy about it, right? I think both of them are good, but it's our choices.
but
Mm-hmm.
which one will be more risks?
Uh, I think doing our own business will be very
More risks, yes.
high risk, but you can earn more. You can
Yeah.
earn more. Let's say grocery store. You have to invest and you have to work day and night. Like sushi, it's still an investment, and this is your own business, but you have to work. If you are not working, you will not earn,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my friend, his son, is
Mm-hmm.
known in America.
Mm-hmm.
He doing his own business like he opening the sushi shop.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but the thing is, sometimes he lost, and then mostly he stuck in his work, and even though he can't go to the church.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this is
So
like yeah.
yeah, they earn a lot of money, but they have
Yes.
to
Their life
invest a
is,
lot of
and
time.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, 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 yes.
limited.
For minister, I think for
Mm-hmm.
minister, especially if we really want to serve God, the people have to look at for, the people are learning about us. They are checking our behind the scenes, what
Mm-hmm.
we're doing. When you preach, if you are too busy, they're not gonna listen. They're not going to like your sermon.
Yeah.
So that's
So
why
mhm.
what as Siaka mentioned about investment is like a passive income. You don't need to work.
Yeah.
It's you can look after your church properly
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes,
basic.
yes.
When we started, we might be sacrificed,
Mm-hmm.
but we might have small amount of like income that it can protect your family so that you can fully focus on the church. So I think yeah, it's really good investment. I don't want to do my own business. If I do,
Yeah.
I will be very busy all the time.
Yeah.
So I want to.
Because
Mm.
notice that for those who have sushi, they don't even have time to fellowship with others. And they
Yes,
don't
yes,
have
yes,
time for church.
yes,
Of course,
yes.
they earn money, but they
Yeah.
don't have time for others at all. So
Well, now
what we
even
can do, what
yes.
we can do is you can own your own business, but you don't have to manage by yourself. You have to hire somebody else to work for you. And the same things in investment company. Investment, you kind of hiring other people to manage your own money, right? The earning will be a kind of share. You have to pay for them too, and you earn out of it. You may not get what it, although like you will not get all of them from your investment, but you earned out of it. So that's help, right?
Some people bought in Australia. A lot of people work here and they buy a house in Burma.
Ah,
Let's say they buy a house. They work here like a 1 year. They can buy two house in Burma.
ah,
Two
goodness.
house.
Right. Two
So
hours
that house, not very good house, but medium.
is medium.
So yeah,
They can
after
rent. They can
four to
rent out
5 years, it's double.
double.
It's
So
really good too.
yeah.
So but documents and everything signature
Mm,
have to be
mm,
you have to be trust your you have to be buy with your trust friend so
mm,
that they can save your house.
mm. Yeah. I think that is international investment that is said in our previous chapter. If like this, like we work, I think a lot of people do that from here. From here, they work for it, like, or when they have a take return, some even send back and then buy a house over there. But the government is now restricted out of it nowadays because they know it. The United America, the government know now. So if you are if you are under like social services, you cannot even send money to Myanmar. It will trade back that you cannot even spend money outside of the country. So for us, uh, those who work here and invest in Myanmar or other countries, that would be one possibility. But my worry is that, like in Myanmar, you buy a house and resell. It's very difficult to do that. Nowadays, a lot of people uh, want to sell their house, the
Mm-hmm.
houses, and of course, some do good. Like my older brother, he started to do kind of, you know, uh, some people asking to sell buy a house and talk to the seller and kind of doing real estate. And he said a lot of people would like to buy a house. And if you build a house, probably next year, or as Peter was saying, double price next year, probably we can sell it again. You know, that would be one possibility, I think. And right now in Chiang Mai or Thailand, a lot of people are selling or buying houses in Thailand nowadays,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
And the
Especially in
price are not
Bangkok.
bad. The price are
Yeah,
not bad at all.
they invest there.
Yeah, invest there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I think Thailand would be a safe place to invest. I think.
yeah.
I don't know for Malaysia how good it is for investment. I often travel, but I never investigate about it. But
Mostly from the Myanmar, they bought in
yeah,
the Thailand,
yeah,
especially the
right.
crony. The
Uh-huh.
one to they invest their money
Yeah,
a lot, lot, a lot.
yeah.
You know,
I think
in
it's
sorry, nah,
very nice
in
too. The house are
yeah,
very nice
yeah.
too. Mm. Okay, so this personal finance is to to think out of the box, right? Out of the box. Oftentimes, those who are working in the church or even the leaders of the church, we simply thinking inside of the four wall of the church, and we have a hard time understanding. So we have to think out of the box, right? Okay. Okay, sure. Here, those indicate research indicated individual stock picking, when done with proper knowledge and analysis, can lead to better long-term performance, as referenced in academic studies investment literature. Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Thus, investors should approach mutual fund with caution, doing their due diligence to align with their personal financial goal rather than following conventional wisdom. And chapter 9, summary investing in retirement account. This is another thing, retirement account. So this chapter discusses the various retirement account options, how to allocate fund within those account, and the process of moving retirement account to new fund. It provides insight into benefit and features of different retirement accounts, emphasizing the importance of strategic contribution. Type of retirement account, employer sponsored plan, 401k. So we all familiar with 401k, right? And
Okay.
then 403b, I never heard much about it, but available to non-profit organizations. These plans share similarity with 401k. Okay, so it's similar to 401k for non-profit organization. Okay, it's good to know, right? And 457 plan offered by governments and some non-profit organizations. 457 plan enable tax deferred savings similar to 501k or 403b. So those are something that we need to think. Sometime uh, is tax defer saving similar. Okay, so some are taxable income of your retirement, and some are tax defer similar. So those are three options that we have to think, right? And self-employed plan. Self-employed individual can establish their retirement savings through plan like SEP IRA and allowing various contribution limit. So IRA, in IRA, Roth IRA, this is part of individual retirement account. So yeah, I did it. I did with the military with 12% investment, that's retirement, Roth RIA, and know I did not know until I think about 10 years ago. So about 10 years ago, I decided to do that, and then now what happened is that the employer will match with whatever you invest as in your retirement. That's a good thing. So we can do the same thing. When you work in the company, you should put 401k because it's matches too. How many percent was a match from your employer? You know,
Mm-mm.
it was like if you put 4% and they will also put a 4%. I don't know. I'm not sure. So it's a equal an investment from you and from the employer. It's percentage wise. I think how many percent I am not I don't have in my head right now, but that's how it was, right? So it's good to have this investment, okay? Retirement investment. Chapter 10, investing table count. So there are some overview and a table taxable account that you can think of. Overview, discuss investment option outside retirement account, tax consideration, and attractive long-term investment. Getting started. Investing required patience and education. Higher return come with more risks, balanced with potential losses. Paying off high interest debt. Paying off high interest debt offer guarantees return equal to the debt interest rate, especially since consumer debt interest isn't tax deductible. Taking advantage of tax break maximize contribution to retirement account to benefit from available tax break. Understanding taxes on investment distribution from taxable income account are tax affecting overall return. For fortifying your emergency reserve. Maintain accessible emergency fund in saving or money market mutual fund considering withdrawal penalties. Recommended money market mutual fund. Choose money market fund based on your tax situation, taxable treasury or tax-free option. That is very interesting. Tax-free option, right? When you invest for retirement, if you have a tax-free, then that's you get all the money that you invest. Investing for the longer term. Asset allocation should reflect risk tolerance and investment time horizon across short, intermediate, and long-term investment. Recommended bond investment. Bond and bond funds suitable for various tax brackets with emphasis on tax implication. Investing in stock and stock funds. Stock can build wealth but are taxable. Okay, so stock are taxable. So that makes sense here. But taxable off for tax managed stock fund to reduce taxable distribution. Annuities and real estate. Okay, it's interesting. Consider annuities and returns after maximizing retirement contribution while being cautious with real estate investment. Conclusion emphasize understanding and optimizing investment in taxable outcome, balancing returns with taxes and personal financial goal. Chapter 12. So we are almost done, okay? Chapter 12, up to investment. We'll cover the whole thing up to chapter 12. Investing in taxable account. This chapter cover investment option for money held outside retirement account, discussing overlooked attractive option, tax consideration, and recommended investment for long-term gain. Getting started. If you are looking to invest money from traditional saving, be patient and educate yourself. To achieve higher return, be prepared to take one more risk. One time, our church planned to invest in a CD bank account. And at the end of the year, the interest has tax us. So it's not a good idea for charity money to invest like that. Okay. I think charity money has to invest it to kind of mutual fund or other charity foundation. In that way, it will grow and we don't have to pay for taxes. Okay. Because the potential loss of values in investment alongside the potential reward. Paying off high interest debt. Paying off high interest debt like credit card debt can guarantees return equal to the interest rate on the debt. This approach is particularly effective compared to investing elsewhere, noting that consumer debt interest is not tax deductible. Taking advantage of tax break, utilize available tax benefits from retirement account, invest to a maximum possible, especially for employer-sponsored plan like 401k. Understanding taxes on investment. Investment distribution, interest, dividends, and capital gain from taxable accounts are subject to taxation, impacting overall return. Fortifying your emergency reserve. Maintain adequate emergency funds, ensuring accessibility and reasonable return without sacrificing principal. Consider saving account, money market, mutual fund, or appropriate investment while factoring potential penalties for early withdrawal. Oftentimes, if your investment when it's not mature, you have to pay a penalty. Like if you are if your investment the deposit like CD, it has a term, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. If the term is 5 years, if you would like to withdraw, then you have to pay penalty. Otherwise, you won't be. So you have to wait for maturity, right? So that would be important. And recommended money market mutual fund, depending on your tax situation, choose money market fund that suits your bracket, taxable, treasury, state specific, or federal tax free. Investing for the longer term determines an appropriate asset allocation based on risk, tolerance, and investment horizon. Consider sub-terms, immediate terms, long-term investment based on your time frame for assessing the fund. Recommended bonds investment, bond and bond funds suitable for both low and high tax bracket, trusting the importance of understanding their tax implications. Investing in stock and stock funds, stock known for wealth building are subject to taxation. Seek out tax managed stock funds to maximize taxable distribution. Annuities and real estate. Consider annuities after maximizing retirement contribution as they often carry higher fees. Real estate can offer significant return but require cautious to avoid potential pitfall. So still, even as real estate is a risk in terms of the pitfall, right? But in United States, real estate is always the housing market is always going up. Like in Maryland, and some others like New York City, they will never go down for the housing market. But when I came in here in the United States, the housings are very, you know, low, still low. But now after pandemics, skyrock, it's go up. It's never come back, you know. Before pandemic time, for those who bought house before pandemic time, our interests are very low. But now it's never come back. So it's not a good time for us to buy a house. But for those who do not have house, they have to buy, but they have to pay a lot of interest, right? High interest on it. But they still have to do that. Otherwise, it might not come back, you know. So the chapter emphasized the importance of understanding and optimizing your investment in taxable account, considering potential return while factoring in taxes and personal financial goal. So critical thinking. Key point, understanding investment risk and tax implication is crucial for maximizing return in taxable account. Critical interpretation, Eric Tyson assert that patience and education are key when investing outside of the retirement account. However, it is essential to critically evaluate this approach. While the potential for higher return by accepting more risk is outlined, readers should recognize that this strategy can lead to substantial losses if not properly managed. Additionally, Tyson's emphasis on tax efficient investing is helpful, yet the complexity of tax law suggests that consulting a financial advisor or tax professional might provide individualized insight that enhance investment outcome. For a more nuanced view, refer to resources like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which discuss the importance of risk management in investment decision. The summary of investing for educational expenses. Chapter 13, investing for educational expenses. So investing for education expenses. So whatever tuition that you paid, you still these are tax exempt. Your tuition is tax exempt, right? Educational expenses are tax exempt, right? So you don't have to pay for tax. So when you file the tax, the form that the education center provided, you can use it for tax filing, and you will. But it's not a lot of money, but it will help. In this chapter, understanding the financial aid system, examining the right and wrong ways to save for college, figuring out how much you need to save, finding ways to pay for college when the time comes, exploring education investment options. Understanding financial aid system. Parents should not choose colleges solely because based on perceived affordability. Okay, sometimes, yeah, it's true. You know, oftentimes when we look at it, community college, or state university, we look at it which college university has low tuition, right? It's said that it doesn't matter, whether high or low, you still take like the money that you spend, there take exams and you pay back. So some do prefer to go to very expensive college and university, and they still can manage at the end, without debt. I don't know how they manage it. I have 6 children now, 4 of them in university, and I often think of, okay, how will we do? How will we do that? And university have like a financial aid system, like FAFSA, is dependent on the parents' income. Let's say you want to send your children to university, then you have to have a certain level of income to be qualified for financial aid from the government, right? And the state. That's how it's worked, right? If I have a lot of income, then all my children won't be able to get financial aid at all from federals and state, right? That's how it's worked. So I have to keep my income low, right? Until they finish their university. So that is one way. And many of our members who only have 2 children and both parents, mother and father work, and they are not qualified to get financial aid from federal and state. And they have to pay it out of pocket, and they cannot afford to do that. So that's how we have to manage. So that's how we have to understand financial aid system too, by parent. Okay? Like in New York State, there's free government tuition in New York State. Some state, not all state, right? But in Maryland, it's not. So you have to understand. Let's say, Simon, how many children do you have? 4?
Three.
3.
I have
Okay.
3 children. Yeah.
3 children. Mean when they apply to university, they will
Mm-hmm.
get it your income and your wife income.
Mm-hmm.
So your tax return, they will look at it there, your
Your
annual
income, right?
income, your annual income,
Mm-hmm.
and based on your annual income, whether they will qualify for
Mm-hmm.
financial aid or not. It will be decided based on your income. And if your income is a lot, then they will not qualify for it, and the parent has to pay out of pocket, right?
Yeah.
So that is understanding financial aid system. So parents should not choose college solely based on perceived affordability. The financial aid system often surprises families with options for loans and grants, even for those who think they do not qualify. Completing FAFSA is crucial as it determines eligibility for various forms of financial aid, including state program. So we have to understand that, and children has to understand that too, what to do, right? And treatment of retirement account. Retirement funds are not counted as asset in financial aid calculation, while saving in the child name reduce age eligibility. Therefore, it's beneficial to prioritize retirement saving over direct saving for college in child name. Good strategies for college saving. Save in your name rather than your child. Consider high quality, no load mutual fund for managing college saving. Be realistic about how much you can contribute toward college expenses, aiming for perhaps 50% or less of the total cost. Educational investment option. Education saving account. This is something that I should have done in the past, but I didn't do that. So a parent can do that. So education saving account. limited to 2,000 per child annually. So annually you put 2,000 per child. Not ideal for those applying for financial aid due to potential penalties. So, but it is important again that if you are dependent on financial aid system, it's contradict with the system. Okay, Section 529 plan allows significant contribution with tax-free growth for education expenses, but also consider when evaluating financial aid. Avoid life insurance with cash values or prepaid tuition plan, as they may not yield the best return of financial aid advantages. Estimating college costs. The average annual cost for college is substantial, approximately 38,000 for private institution and 19,000 for public one. It's advisable to shop around for colleges and considering both quality and cost. Tip for financial aid. Applying for all financial aid options available, as many do not require collateral work. Encourage children to contribute through employment to foster financial responsibility. Investing in education fund focus on proven low-cost investment and just your investment strategy, your child near college age. Avoid over complicating your investment choices or put undue financial burden on your family. Sometimes some would like to invest, but they don't even have enough bill to pay. That is not true. This is not good too. you have to you still have to take care of your bill, and then your investment has to be out kind of, you know, uh, outside of your bill require on a monthly basis. Otherwise, you won't be able to survive. Conclusion: parents can significantly influence their children's education success through proper financial planning, prioritizing direct engagement in their education, and making informed choices about saving and investing. The most valuable investment often lies in time and attention given to children rather than solely in monetary contribution to educational institution. So these are up to chapter 12, and in the chapter 12 summary, investing in real estate, your home and beyond. So those are, I already read about it. So investing in real estate, your home and beyond. In this chapter, choosing between buying and renting. Okay, this is a real estate thing. Uh, so simply like William Van Lien, he can fix house. I think we should, as a pastor, we should learn how to fix houses. You know, like carpentry is something that even Jesus himself was doing, right? So
That's what I thought about. I don't like when I young. I don't like carpentry job, kind of like that, you know. And
uh,
I grew up here, and then I do painting, tile,
yeah,
carpentry, plumbing.
yeah,
I do all know that.
yeah,
I work for a company. It's a lot of money.
yeah. Right, that's true. My father is a carpenter. He live he he did for living. He worked for a living as a carpenter. I was learning in a very young age because all the tool at home, so I can simply do by myself. I can do it thing too. But when I went to Bible college, I never think of doing carpentry thing. But I should have done that. I should have done. I should have continuously doing it while doing ministry, right? I should have done that, but I did. One is needed, but like when I was in New York, upstate New York, Syracuse, the senior pastor and even the district superintendent, they are carpenters. So during weekdays, he work, he repair houses, he fix thing, and then after he fix, they sell house. That is their living, and he's pastoring the church. Like Tuesday, I think Thursday was an office day. We all have to go to church and talk about church matters. And Saturday, Sunday, we focus on the church work. And from Monday to kind of Friday, only one day off, one day for office day. So 4 days, completely working. very active working. So yeah, and the income's good. Don't have to worry about the church to pay for them, but the church still paying, so they have extra money for it. So that's good. I think it's good. And we should, as a Sun Bible College, probably will offer carpentry class in the future.
I can teach them.
Yeah,
Wow.
carpentry
I
class,
know,
plumbing,
yeah,
plumbing, thing like
I
that.
know. I know marble tile all the bedroom,
Yeah,
remodeling,
yeah, the
so.
modeling. I think definitely we should offer certificate level or diploma level, or maybe in the bachelor's, but we should have a concentration. I think that would be something that we have to do. I hope so. So William can teach, and some others, like Van Beek, then he can teach about technician, technician till how to, you know, fix electric or thing like that. So we need that, right? I think so. We need that.
Yep.
We have
Yeah.
two volunteer teachers now, one technician and one carpentry. And what Simon can do some certain thing too. What do you do? Are you fixing thing too? No?
No, I can't fix anything.
No, you can fix anything. You can fix anything. And Georgian, you are providing healthcare, so we can provide kind of, how to be health assistant or thing like that, or medical coding thing like that. We can offer it too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Mm,
right.
yes.
So with our pre-college program, we offer this program right now. Pre,
Mm,
yeah,
Mm.
for the five subject, or I think six subject has to be done on one of the vocational areas of education.
mhm.
So that is something that we offer right now in Myanmar, and we will offer it here too in the future. And at the end, they will earn high school diploma, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And accounting, finance as well. So those are looking at choosing between buying and renting, determining financial for real estate purchase, finding a great property, working with real estate agents, negotiating the best deal, managing financial
Manage
to
finance is
hold a trade, deciding whether to buy or rent. Purchasing a home or investing in real estate can provide financial psychological benefit, however,
to buy
can
or rent.
also be costly and stressful. Before making a decision, individuals should evaluate their life situation and financial health, considering long-term plan and affordability. Okay, so I think it's up to here, chapter 12. Okay, we'll stop today up to chapter 12, and we'll see you again next week on Monday to talk about chapter 13 more forward. Okay, so
Okay.
what do you learn today, or do you have any question, any things that's come into your mind before we close?
Mm.
No. Okay, also we all are good, right?
Yes, sir. Very good.
Yeah. Okay, thank
I'm
you.
gonna review the video and
Yeah, you can
it,
review it again, and
mm-hmm.
you have a textbook too. You can read.
Yeah.
There is a video like YouTube that explaining within 2 hours, explain the whole textbook. So that's very good. The material that we get is very good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There's no other questions
No, sir.
because we have to cover a lot from this textbook. So I have to talk a lot of time. So I have to lecture you most of the time, but it's good.
Yes.
Hmm?
It's okay.
If there's no other questions, and we'll stop now, and I will pray for you all. And then a few of you, Peter, Daya, William, and Yao Tong, you come, you stay for it, okay? That's about your Kairos thing, okay? So let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this session for this evening. As we learn from our lesson, Lord Father, help us to understand. And it is very important for us as pastors or ministers or Christian leaders of the local church. Lord Fathers, give us more understanding and useful for the ministry that entrusts to us. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Hey,
Amen.
bye
Okay.
for now. See you next week.